Thank you for listening. I am Jason, the bearded EV guy, and I love sharing headlines from the world of electric cars. If you're at all interested in the Aptera and are interested in supporting the channel, consider using my referral link. Just head to thebeardedevguy.com/Aptera. Thank you for your consideration, and now on to the news. First of all, I'm super excited about the Kia Concept EV9. The EV world has a distinct lack of vehicles that can seat more than 5. The only real option is the Tesla Model X, which is currently not even being built and starts at nearly $100,000. The Kia Concept EV9 has 350 kilowatt charging and can recoup energy back to 80% in 20 to 30 minutes. I think the concept looks great, and even though the production version will look much more mainstream, I'm all about more affordable high-occupancy EVs. Some Tesla owners locked out because of an app glitch. A number of Twitter users reported getting a 500 server error when trying to use the Tesla app. This caused those who depend on their phone to act as a key to be locked out of their car until the issue was fixed. Tesla cars also come with a key card that works like the wireless key fob many vehicles have today. It is unknown exactly how many Tesla owners are affected by the outage, or how many are locked out of their cars. As the future of cars moves to more and more interconnectivity with our phones, don't forget to keep a physical key on you for emergencies. Ford drops its plans to develop EVs with Rivian. Ford CEO Jim Farley said in an automotive news interview that plans are off for the two companies to develop future EVs together. Ford and Rivian had planned to co-develop a Lincoln electric SUV based on Rivian's skateboard platform. Farley pointed out that this is not a soured relationship, and called it some of the best cooperation we've had with another company. While this is disappointing news, the breakup seems amicable, and both companies are definitely still heading in the right direction. Elon Musk explains why Tesla can't launch Cybertruck or Semi yet. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has come to the fore to explain why it is not easy to introduce more high-volume electric models. Tesla Cybertruck and the Tesla Semi have been delayed in development until 2023. The lack of parts, mainly chips, has affected the entire automotive industry, and Tesla wants to focus on its current lineup while waiting for the market to return to normal. New Spider-Man trailer features a Hyundai Ioniq 5. The recent Spider-Man No Way Home trailer features the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Marvel movies are incredibly popular, allowing automakers to advertise new models to millions of potential car buyers. It's exciting to see EVs coming into the mainstream like this. GM shuts down Chevy Bolt plant until 2022 to focus on replacing recalled batteries. GM is closing its Ariya plant that produces the Chevy Bolt until 2022 as it focuses on the recall of the car. GM is in the midst of a $1.9 billion recall of an estimated 142,000 Bolts. GM President Mark Russe says the recall is not deterring the automaker's commitment to an electric future. GM used the recall as an opportunity to learn more about batteries and battery construction. The knowledge gained also has helped GM make improvements to the new Ultium battery being used in GMC Hummer EV pickup. They are also moving forward with investments in different types of batteries such as solid-state batteries. The 2022 Ford E-Transit was at the Los Angeles Auto Show. The Ford E-Transit will enter production at Ford's Kansas City assembly plant and will arrive at dealerships in early 2022. The vehicle has entered a final pilot phase with selected customers in the U.S. It will have up to 126 miles of range. I wish it was higher, as I could see these being great camper van conversions, but that range should be plenty for the intended purpose of these vehicles, which is last-mile deliveries. You may be waiting a while for your Ford F-150 Lightning. Order numbers don't include fleet buyers. Ford is planning to build 15,000 trucks in 2022, 55,000 in 2023, and 80,000 in 2024. The company says it has 160,000 reservations for the Lightning, up from 120,000 earlier this month. Ford is spending tens of billions of dollars on battery and electric truck production. But with current production plans, it'll take over 3 years just to meet current reservation numbers. Ford says it will not preferentially treat high-optioned orders and rather produce a mix of option levels, which is good news. In response to the huge demand, Ford doubles its global EV projection to 600,000 within 2 years. Ford is on track to become the second biggest EV player in the U.S. by the end of 2023, second only to Tesla. Jim Farley, CEO of Ford, said, "The demand is so much higher than we expected. It's a really new experience for this big company, trying to be agile." Their projections are increasing to 600,000 by the end of 2023. Farley explains that is even before the newly announced plants in Tennessee and Kentucky will come online. Those numbers will include the Ford Mustang Mach-E, Ford E-Transit, and Ford Lightning. Hopefully, a giant like Ford can figure out how to be agile, and perhaps they can reach the needed production volume faster than anticipated. Canoo plans Bentonville-Fayetteville, Arkansas, operations centers. EV startup Canoo will establish operations centers in Bentonville and Fayetteville, Arkansas. The two projects combined are expected to create 545 jobs. The company will establish a research and development center and a low-volume production facility for their small package delivery vehicles. In June 2021, Canoo selected Oklahoma as the site for its U.S. manufacturing facility. It's exciting to see another EV startup inching closer to actual production. Cadillac files trademarks for Vistiq and Lumistiq EV names, continuing their new EV tradition. Cadillac is bringing back non-alphanumeric names for its vehicles, starting with the upcoming Lyriq and yet-to-be-unveiled Celestiq. By 2030, names like CT6 and XT4 will have disappeared, replaced by the likes of Vistiq and Lumistiq. This is consistent with the company's plans to affix IQ at the end of all of its new nameplates. GM promised 20 new EVs by 2023. They brought zero to the auto show. In October 2017, GM announced that it would release 20 new EVs by 2023. We're a year away from that, and their booth at the auto show had 0 cars with a plug. This is particularly interesting, as this is the biggest auto show in California, the state with the highest EV adoption. The auto industry is riddled with supply chain issues, and GM is in the middle of a recall of their highest-selling EV, so hopefully they were just trying to lay low this year. Speaking of the recall, GM rolls out a software update limiting affected Chevy Bolt EV charge to 80%. GM announced that it is starting to roll out a new software update to Chevy Bolt EV as part of its recall due to battery fire risks. It will limit the state of charge to 80%. GM's goal with this software patch is to limit risk while it works through the physical recall, which will still take months as it receives new batteries from LG. The update is now being rolled out to 2019 Chevy Bolt EVs, which GM believes are more at risk. The Nissan Area had its debut at the Auto Show. The Nissan Area made its long-awaited debut at the Auto Show this week, opening the second chapter in Nissan's electric story after the Nissan Leaf. The battery electric crossover was shown in production form in LA just ahead of the start of deliveries in the fall of 2022, with Nissan detailing more of the specs and pricing for the model. Nissan will offer the Area in 4 trims, with 3 front-wheel drive models and 1 dual-motor all-wheel drive model. The base Nissan Area will start at $47,125, while the top tier will be $60,125. Thank you for listening, and as always, if you are interested in supporting the channel, and if you're interested in either the Aptera or the Canoo, check out my referral links in the description. Or you can head to thebeardedevguy.com/Aptera or thebeardedevguy.com/Canoo. Thanks again, and happy driving.